AJ. Last interview of the day. Here is Justin Kish. Go ahead, Justin.
Thank you. Hey, how you doing today, AJ?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for your time.
Of course. Thank you for yours.
At Bellator 162, you have a very important fight. You're going to be taking on Hisaki Kato. How are preparations going for the fight?
Things are good, dude. I feel real sharp, and I feel fit, kind of big and strong, and there's a ton of support. I'm in Manila, the Philippines, and the people I've met and the people who, even the ones I haven't met, but they're finding me on social media, I feel the support, and I've still got the support from South Dakota and California, and the people who are hardcore and watch Bellator, and I'm in a good place, bro. Thanks for asking.
Now, doing some background information, you train with Black Line MMA, Alliance MMA. What are some prime focuses you had? Concentrating on the fight. What was your prime focus in this training camp?
It's really been, being able to look myself in the mirror, which means not bullshitting. So, just deciding to train when I want to not train, and pushing when it hurts to push, and then, he's a southpaw, I'm a regular stance, so just using that, because that's the thing, is that everybody thinks southpaws have this advantage because they're straight left hand and they're straight kick, the rear leg kick, but I have the same tools against him, so it's really just been working on southpaw and the southpaw, being fit enough to do that for 15 minutes or more, and still being ready to wrestle and grapple if that's where it's going. But really, the main thing I've been concerned about is being able to look myself in the mirror.
Now, some fighters are a fan of this, some fighters are not. Are you a fan of doing some background information, like looking at fight film of your opponent, and if so, what have you seen on Kaito so far?
Yeah, it's not something that I have spent too much time doing in the past, but for this fight, I've watched him, and I think what I got out of it is that he's a bad dude. He's not someone to take light, or because he has the ability to finish fights. He uses his southpaw tools, the left kick, the left hand. If you circle away from the power, he can spin. And, so those are all things to keep in mind. But the main thing I got out of it was that, he's there for a reason, dude. He's putting guys away. He's scary and I'm scary as opponents. That maybe you're going to feel some pain, and that's the only reason I'm here, dude, is to fucking give and receive a little bit of pain. I'm just here to fight.
And one of the biggest reasons why I love this fight is that we're going to see a fight which has two fighters that go out, they have power. You have notable knockout victories. Kato has also notable knockout victories. Now, knowing that, do you think that maybe you're going to have to take this fight to the ground? Is that one of the weaknesses that you saw on film?
There's only, the crazy thing is that you can't find anything on Kato. You know what I mean? So it's like the one fight where the guy wanted to wrestle with him, he showed that he has good hips, but he was able to be taken down. But then in Bellator, he took down Joe Schilling, so that shows that he's not afraid to go there. You know what I mean? So maybe they feel I'm a little more dangerous on my feet than I am on the ground. So maybe he's open to grappling, or maybe he says, "Fuck it, dude," and he wants to slanging and banging. Either way, is cool with me. But you can't. I don't think that he's a weak grappler by any means. I just think that, and I tell people this too, because, dude, I've been doing jiu-jitsu the longest of all the martial arts I do. But I don't do jiu-jitsu because, fuck, man, people fall asleep too fast when I fight them, or, sometimes things don't go my way. But that's just how my fights go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, and he has the same problem where he hits guys, they fall asleep.
So, going into this fight, we're a couple of weeks out. What is your game plan? Is there like a specific game plan that you have right now that you're gonna keep, or what's your current mindset going into the fight?
I think that, well, obviously I just want to be better at fighting against an opposite stance than he is, which means, the regular things. You got to not be in the power, and you throw I'll throw my straight right hand, my right kick, my knee, or whatever. But beyond that, I just got to remain composed and be able to think through situations rather than sometimes biting the mouthpiece is the right thing to do, and sometimes seeing options is the thing to do. And I just want to be able to relax and see what's coming and assess situations and be sharp enough to capitalize on maybe possible openings or just creating my own.
Now, you're on a 2-fight losing streak right now. With the victory over Kato, where do you think this will put you in the middleweight division? This is a very packed middleweight division. Are you going to be shooting for, if you get a victory over Kato, are you going to be shooting for a big name fight? Are you going to be looking high, or are you still trying to, build a winning streak for yourself before, taking the chances and going up and facing the next level of competition in the middleweight division?
To me, there's not a big discrepancy in the level. So me and Kato is like, it's dude, that's a high level fight. Kato's up there, I'm up there. I think that he can fight any of those guys and either win or lose, and I can fight any of those guys and win. You know what I mean? So I'm down to fight everybody. I want to win the belt, but on the way to it, dude, I'll fight everybody because that's why I'm here. I'm only here to fight.
Now we got a couple more questions.
So,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I've got a couple more questions before we let you go. Thank you so much for your time. In your career, you've also fought at welterweight. Do you plan on returning to welterweight in the near future, or are you just focused on staying and fighting as a middleweight?
I'm a middleweight, yo. No, I don't know, dude. So, in regards to that question, the only fight that matters is the next fight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I'm not spending any time thinking about anything else except for we got to make 186, so I'm fighting this guy at middleweight. I'm a middleweight. You know what I mean? And I wish I could give you know what I mean, more insight, but the reality of it is I'm zoned in, dude, and this is all that matters.
And for our final question, give us, what is your prediction for the fight against Kato?
So I think I can figure him out. I think I can stay out of danger. And if he slows down, then I'm going to beat him with a bat, which would be my right leg.
And that's the way you're going to do it?
And that's just how it's going to go. That's what I see. That's what I feel. And that's just, man, if you're fighting the opposite stance and you're Muay Thai, then hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's the best way I can put it. That's how the fight's going to go.
Well, AJ, thank you so much for your time. Good luck. We have a couple weeks until the fight. And good luck, man. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, thank you both. AJ, thanks a lot for your time today, man. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it, dude.
All right, I'll see you out there.
Bye.
Good luck. Bye.
Dude.